Hi guys, so today we are going to do the Vietnamese-Filipino war. So basically Vietnam and Philippines, Vietnam declaring war on the Philippines. So basically it is kind of a complicated situation since both of them are kind of like strong in their own sense. So let's see who will win in this battle. So obviously the government would already have been prepared for this war, so the navy and all has been ready, but it will be quite difficult to hold on because I think the Philippines navy is much better. So they land on the northern coast of the Philippines in the main island. This is the island where Manila is located. So they are now pushing back towards towards the island. But the thing is that the Philippines doesn't have as much active personnel as the Vietnamese. So they were able to just push back down very easily because it will take some time to mobilize army. So that is why it is a good reason to have active personnel. So they just took down the northern part of the main island of these Philippines. But however, it's now really getting harder since now they cannot like simply just like go towards Manila like so easily, because it would already have been all defended right there. So basically it would just take some time to go. So in the meantime they were just simply just coming and just doing that cutting encircling some army groups, and they were just now really focused on just taking down the coast so it can just weaken the Philippines navy and just get stranded. But soon enough there's a defense line which I'm just going to show, which basically defends like this and will end somewhere around here, and it continues like till here and towards here. So basically now the Vietnamese has two options: to break the difficult defense line or just go and attack the big islands on the south and then attack, because that will render the navy means most of the navy bases would be destroyed. So I think they chose the most smarter option of just not breaking the defense line. So they basically just started to just go towards a place where the defense line is not prepared, and they easily do that. However, when they reach the defense line, a fierce battle happens. So basically a stalemate occurs. And also the Philippines forgot it to this very important island for the navy, and this is the opportunity they took. So they basically took down and taking down this island, which is really important for the Philippines navy, and it could also serve as very important for the Vietnamese navy and the Vietnam's military and all. So they basically just take down some of these small islands. I should have if I were there in if I was Philippines in the war, I would have just extended my defense line a bit larger. So yeah. So they just went through these islands, and that is where the stalemate occurs since this island is protected. So they just went towards this a weak point, which this is where the Philippines navy has not yet mobilized. So they just capture one island and another island, and there was one island right here, and this could possibly break down their defense line and cause chaos. So basically they break down now the Philippines army is now quickly gathering around here, and now they are leaving the defense line, leaving Manila vulnerable. And so the Vietnamese army had managed to break the defense line, and they were very close towards Manila. So they were like literally this much close. So they were like just around the outskirts of Manila. So they decided to encircle Manila, and soon Manila is literally in trouble. But still and Manila got captured, but still the Philippines still gone on, because it's like a complex island where you always do not know what happens or not. So they continue to go through the defense line they had just recently broken, and now the Philippines took another approach. This is this is the South defense line, so they have gathered all their army here, and this will prevent them from getting over here. So so that they cannot get to the south, because now the army is now being evacuated towards the southern part. However, meanwhile, I was saying that they had just launched a secret ambush on to Vietnam's southern part, so that it can render it useless. And the Philippines army scramble, and but soon enough the Philippines Navy finally comes to the help with it getting fully mobilized, and it just takes down one island and other islands that had infiltrated the defense line. And soon enough they had just made a landing and were on course to recapture Manila. And soon they had captured about half of the city, but again the Vietnamese forces were able to push back. However, now the whole of the Philippines army has been mobilized. Now this will be a very much trouble for Vietnam, because like Vietnam, like Philippines has literally more army than that of the Vietnams, if you count about all of the army personnel. So yeah, so they basically now start to push back all the advances, and soon enough they recapture Manila and start to just take down. And one landing is made on that important base, but however it was still fiercely held back by the Vietnamese army, because it is really important. So in the meantime the navy just took down some other islands, and they were able to take down one south island, but still they weren't able to take the main one, which is this. So yeah, then after a long time of fighting they had come to a stalemate, in which like Philippines were able to gain some of the northern lost land, while the Vietnamese army were able to get back some of their land and even push deeper into the jungles of Philippines. And soon enough they come towards a peace treaty. So I'll just undo all of these. So the peace treaty is that basically they will just take down the south of this. Yeah. So now the peace treaty is that like a border will be drawn. I'll just show it in gray, and it will extend from here to here, and here and here, and just continuing like this. So basically they are able to get only this much of the land. So I'm just going to color this red, because now they just want to stop the war. Just too much, So yeah, now Vietnamese and Philippines are having really bad relations now because of the war. But I don't think this will ever happen in real life, because UN. But still I just I made UN vanish because it would make the video more interesting. So bye guys, and see you in the next video.